What's going on, guys? Alain Gonzalez here with MuscleMonsters.com, and today I'm just kind of making this video because I'm pretty much done with everything I had on the agenda for the day, and I just kind of had a couple issues that I wanted to go over. Basically, this is just a rant about a couple of different subjects. So let's see where to start. Number one. If you are a beginner, okay, and when I say beginner, I mean you haven't been training more than 6 months to a year, please do not worry about what supplements you should be taking. Until your training, your form, your diet, and you're hitting all your macronutrients, etc., you don't need to worry about anything else except for that. Alright? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't care what you take. You could even take steroids, but if you don't know what the hell you're doing as far as training and as far as nutrition, it's just not going to work. So just imagine, if steroids is not going to work if you're not doing shit correctly, then how the hell is creatine going to help you? How the hell is BCAA is going to help you? So don't, and I'll put it in a simple way, don't major in the minors. You need to major in the majors. The majors being nutrition and progressively overloading and just doing the right exercises. Alright? The minors being, how much creatine should I take? When should I take it? How much BCAAs? Just things like that. You don't really need to know any of that. You have no business dabbling in that when you don't even consume the right amount of calories. Alright? And this is not directed towards anybody in specific. This is kind of just me letting you know that you don't have to worry about supplements and the little bullshit until you have figured out what really works as far as training and nutrition. Everything else is just going to help that. Alright, so that's one thing I wanted to touch on. Another thing I want to touch on is me not being biased. Alright, I don't have biased opinions about a lot of the things that I talk about when it comes to bodybuilding, and this is why you might see an article that I wrote back in 2010 that might contradict something that I said, let's say, yesterday. Alright, and this is because I have no bias. So it doesn't mean that I'm lying or that I'm giving misinformation. Here's what I'm doing, okay? I am learning, I am implementing, and I am teaching along the way. I don't claim to know the answers to everything. I would say that I think I am pretty knowledgeable when it comes to bodybuilding, but I wouldn't even call myself an expert. I study, I do the research, real research. I'm not talking about just sitting in front of a YouTube channel and hearing what they have to say, okay? And I come to my own conclusions based on the research, and I share it with you guys. Obviously, a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll implement it into my own training and see how it benefits me, and I'll share it with you guys. Alright, so, something I said yesterday might change 2 or 3 years from now, and that's totally normal because I'm not biased to one certain thing. I'm not trying to sell you on any idea. Alright, I'm trying to teach you as I learn. Alright, so that's that. And then the last thing I want to touch on, and I'll be honest with you, nobody has really messed with me as far as this goes, but a lot of the time, if I'm watching someone's YouTube channel, for example, Vince Del Monte, okay? This guy, if you watch his stuff, he certainly puts in the time to learn more and educate himself, alright? And he knows a lot, plain and simple. He knows a lot of shit that the average person doesn't even care to know, or maybe doesn't even need to know as far as bodybuilding goes, but he knows it and he shares it and people appreciate it. However, what I hate to see is that, he might say if it fits your macros is not optimal and give you a pretty good reason as to why not, and then all of a sudden his comments blow up with negative feedback about how he doesn't know anything and how he's a bro scientist and so on and so forth. But the problem is that it's not about whether he's right or wrong. The problem is that all these people leaving these shit comments are people who probably have never stepped foot in the gym, probably do so 1 or 2 days per week, who've never done a bit of research, have no formal education or any education for that matter of the science of bodybuilding, biomechanics, just anything that has to do with building muscle. All right? And they watch these other YouTube channels who say, oh, well, this has been proven. Scientific research says this. And that's all they need to know. All they're going by is by what this one person said, doing no research for themselves, and just having a bias. Oh, well, this works because this person said it, and I do it, and it works for me, and that's it. And, I understand that some of the points some of these people may make are wrong. But don't just be an asshole and think that you know it all just because you heard it on another YouTube channel. Okay, so unless you can tell this person where you found this study or this research or what qualifies you to call them a bro scientist, and you're not going to just point them to an Ian McCarthy video, then shut up and save it, because your opinion really doesn't matter. All right, especially if it's a negative one. Okay, so if you're going to talk shit about what somebody says, then have some backup to it. Know why you're talking the shit. You should be able to explain to me why what this person says is wrong, because that person already told you 100 reasons why they're right. So now you can tell me at least one reason why they're wrong without just saying it's been proven. All right? I'm sorry if I sound a little pissed off, but I see that a lot, and it gets kind of irritating that everybody is now an expert just by watching YouTube videos. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I'd love to hear your opinion on everything I talked about today. If you liked the video, make sure to click the like button below. Make sure to subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.